Hello everyone, it's Mariners Fanatic back with another YouTube video, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing the off-season review for the Seattle Mariners. I put a poll out the last couple days in my community posts about what you guys would grade our off-season. The general consensus is that it was probably in between a B and an A, and I agree with you guys on that one. Fortunately, there's not enough options within the community posts to make that an option, A plus, B plus, and all that stuff. But a lot of you put B or A, and then some people put in the comments B plus and A minus, and that's about where I would have us on this off season. Overall, I was happy with what we did. I wish we could have done a little bit more, but we did kind of follow a similar framework that I talked about in my videos leading up to the start of the off season. Now, I'm never going to be able to predict what Jerry does, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what this team needs and what it should look like. And I think overall I hit the mark on what we should be looking for, and it looks like Jerry got most of what I thought we should be going after. In my offseason preview, I said we needed an ace, and we got one in Robbie Ray. Great signing. I talked more about that signing and evaluated it in a previous video if you want to check it out. But I love the Robbie Ray signing. It was unexpected, as everything Jerry does is, but it was a welcome surprise, and I'm happy that Ray is going to be leading our staff heading into 2022. The next big move was trading for Adam Frazier with the Padres. I also did a video on that if you want to look at the full analysis, but overall, I really like this trade. We addressed the second base need, and I think Frazier will fill in nicely at second, but he'll also be able to move around as a utility piece, possibly playing some left field, third base, and maybe some other positions. Moving on to the Suarez Winker trade, that was a big one. Again, unexpected, but it basically killed two birds with one stone. We upgraded at third base, as well as getting a left handed bat that we needed. Also, bringing in an outfielder in Winker. Now, I'm sure Winker won't be playing full season in left field. He'll probably get some time at DH, maybe a little bit of right field. But overall, Jerry hit all of the needs. We were weak at third base, we were weak at second base, and we were weak in left field. Yes, we have Toro, and I wouldn't necessarily consider Toro weak, nor would I consider Seager weak from last year. Both were average players. But obviously, with Seager leaving, we needed something a little bit more than just Toro, especially when we were relying on Toro to play second and third to some degree. So that trade with the Reds was a great trade that filled a couple needs for us. So far, we had gotten our ace and we gotten our offense and filled some positions of need. Then we went out and got Sergio Romo last week, which I was a little bit surprised about. Not too sure how this one's going to pan out. I like Romo as a clubhouse guy. I haven't always been a fan of him in the past and his antics, but I welcome him to Seattle, and I hope he does well for us in the back end of that bullpen. It's just a $2 million deal, so it's nothing crazy, but we'll see. This was an area that I had hoped Jerry would have gotten a left-handed pitcher instead of a right-handed reliever. Yes, we had Sadler go down, but that doesn't necessarily mean we replace him with another righty. We still only have Masevich, maybe Sheffield or Margavicius as long relief options, but overall, our left-handed depth, just in general in our system, is not strong, and I would have liked to have seen a left-handed pitcher come to the bullpen or to the rotation, which is another question mark. We have 4 solidified spots, but trading away Dunn and Williamson leaves a hole for that 5th rotation spot. Obviously, Williamson wasn't going to climb into it right away, and Dunn is now hurt, but in general, that 5th spot is still a hole. I think we could have done a little bit more. We'll see if Matt Brash or Justice Sheffield or Levi Stout or George Kirby can fill that 5th spot, but it would have been nice to find another proven pitcher and just really solidify our rotation for this year. So, like I said, overall, I think Jerry did very well. There's a couple things that I would have liked to have seen more, but having a perfect offseason is just unrealistic. We can hope for it, but it's not always going to happen. So, just real quick, some other minor league signings. We had Chance Sisco, Mike Ford, Zach Green, Ryan Buchter, Sal Romano, and Andrew Albers. Albers and Buckner are both lefties, but I'm not sure if I anticipate them making the bullpen. Rowanus Elias is coming back from surgery, so maybe he can fight his way into the bullpen. But other than that, those are some of the options that Jerry went for in the minor league contract route. And then finally, Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is going to be a defensive speed type of threat. He won't see a whole lot of time, and we'll even see if he makes the big league roster to start the season, but it's a good depth piece. So we'll see how Hamilton does for us. Right now, our payroll is sitting about 107 million, which is about what I expected. Some people were a little upset we didn't spend more money, but for me, free agency happens again next year too. Let's not forget that. This year, I wouldn't necessarily say is the Mariners' year to challenge for a World Series. I think we could really load up next offseason. I like what we've done with the team so far. I would agree with you guys. I'd probably give us about a B plus for the offseason. But overall, I think we're heading in the right direction. And we kind of just have to see how some of our players develop this year. Kelnick, can he have a bounce back year? Is Julio the star we think he's going to be? And those sorts of questions will get answered. Overall, like I said, positive offseason. I'm excited for the direction this team is going and expect some videos for my predictions coming out before the season starts within the next 2 weeks. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next one. Mariners Fanatic, out.